The distress beacon of the research vessel Silent Horizon echoed through deep space. The signal repeated again and again. It had been broadcasting for nearly 3 rotations. No answer had come. Captain Vale stood on the dim bridge and watched the weak signal pulse across the console. The soft light from the beacon indicator blinked in the darkness. Each flash felt slower than the last. His species valued discipline. They were trained to stay calm in every situation. But even that calm was beginning to weaken. The attack had happened without warning. Morgoth raiders had appeared from the darkness of the void. Their ships were fast. Their weapons were brutal. Within minutes, the Silent Horizon was crippled. Weapons destroyed. Engines torn apart. Communications systems shattered. Then the raiders had simply left. They had not bothered to finish the job. That was the Morgoth way. They enjoyed leaving victims drifting in space. Slow death was part of their cruelty. Life support at 14%. Technician Sierra spoke quietly while studying the console. Her glowing eyes blinked as she checked the numbers again. Oxygen recycling systems are failing. At the current rate, we have 2 cycles of breathable air remaining. Navigation Officer Drawl did not respond. The reptilian officer sat motionless beside his station. His body had curled inward. His species entered a dormant state when death was near. It was their instinct, a final retreat into silence. The bridge became completely quiet. Outside the viewport stretched endless darkness. Cold, distant stars burned like small points of white fire. No trade routes passed through this region. No colonies existed here. No patrol fleets traveled this far. Any response to the beacon? Vale asked softly. Sarah hesitated before answering. None, Captain. We are far beyond the borders of civilized space. Vale nodded slowly. Their mission had seemed simple when it began. Explore an unknown sector near the edge of the void. Map new star systems. Collect scientific data. The Confederation believed the region was empty. They had been wrong. The Morgoth hunted in this darkness. Activate power conservation protocols. Vale spoke with quiet authority. Shut down all systems, except life support and the emergency beacon. Lights across the bridge dimmed. The room faded into shadow. The silent hum of the ship became weaker. Sierra lowered her head. It has been an honor serving with you, Captain. Vale turned toward her. He was about to reply. Then the quiet bridge suddenly exploded with sound. A sharp alarm echoed through the room. Proximity alert. Every officer froze. Contact detected, Sierra said quickly. Her eyes widened as she watched the scanner. Large vessel approaching. Extremely large. Vale felt cold tension move through his body. Morgoth? He asked quietly. Cirque her head. Negative. Configuration does not match Morgoth vessels. Database search shows no known match. Outside the viewport, darkness suddenly exploded with light. Space twisted for a brief moment. A massive shape dropped out of faster-than-light travel. The ship that appeared dwarfed the Silent Horizon. It was enormous. A giant warship built from dark, armored metal. Heavy weapon batteries lined the long hall. Massive engines glowed faintly at the rear. This was not a peaceful vessel. This ship had been built for combat. They are scanning us, Sierra whispered. Vale took a slow breath. Prepare final security protocols. If the unknown ship intended to capture them, the crew would erase all sensitive data first. Then a new message appeared on the console. Incoming transmission request. Vale studied the signal for a moment. Then he accepted. The screen flickered. A strange creature appeared. It stood upright on 2 legs. Smooth skin. 2 forward-facing eyes. Primitive compared to most intelligent species. Yet the creature's gaze was calm and confident. It wore a dark uniform, marked with unfamiliar symbols. This is Captain Elena Markov, commanding officer of the EU's Valkyrie. The translation system paused briefly before adapting to the language. We detected your distress beacon. Please report your status. Vale straightened. I am Captain Vale of the Confederation vessel Silent Horizon. Our ship was attacked by Morgoth raiders. Life support systems are failing. Captain Markov paused. Her expression hardened slightly. Morgoth. She glanced toward someone outside the camera view. We have encountered them before. Vale Wren felt uneasy. Most species avoided Morgoth raiders at all costs. Prepare for emergency docking. Captain Markov continued calmly. Our medical crew will assist your personnel. Before Vale Wren could respond, the transmission ended. Cirrus stared at the empty screen. What species was that? Vale Wren answered slowly. Human. Cirrus looked surprised. Humans rarely travel this far from their territory. Vale Wren turned toward the massive warship outside. So I believed. Moments later, the human vessel moved into position. The enormous ship maneuvered with perfect control. A giant docking collar extended from its hull. The device locked against the damaged airlock of the Silent Horizon. The ship trembled as pressure equalized. Then the airlock doors opened. 3 humans entered wearing sealed suits. They moved quickly and confidently. Each carried medical scanners and equipment. One approached Vale Wren. I am Dr. Liang, medical officer aboard the Valkyrie. Your crew requires immediate stabilization. 2 other humans lifted Drell carefully onto a floating medical stretcher. Within minutes, the surviving crew were transferred onto the human warship. Vale Wren looked around with growing amazement. The corridors of the Valkyrie were massive. The ship felt less like a vessel and more like a moving fortress. Inside the medical bay, human doctors worked with calm precision. Machines hummed softly. Strange devices scanned the wounded crew. Treatments were administered quickly. Vale Wren slowly felt his strength returning. After some time, Captain Markov entered the medical bay. The Morgoth ships that attacked you will not trouble anyone again. She spoke calmly. Cirrus looked confused. You confronted them. Captain Markov allowed herself a small smile. They learned an important lesson today. Vale Wren studied her expression. What lesson? Captain Markov folded her arms. Hunting inside human patrol zones is a very bad idea. Through the large medical bay window Vale Wren could see the massive weapon batteries along the Valkyrie. Rumors across the galaxy described humans as reckless newcomers. A young species, barely 2 centuries among the stars. Yet here they were, patrolling the most dangerous region of the void, destroying Morgoth raiders. Cirrus leaned closer to Vale Wren. The stories about humans may be true. Vale Wren nodded slowly, yes. Watching the calm and disciplined movement of the human crew outside, he finally understood something important. The galaxy had underestimated humanity. Humans were not fragile newcomers. They were explorers. They were warriors. And they had arrived among the stars. Now the darkness of the void was no longer empty. Now it belonged to them.